Ah, tonight extra program, extra live stream. Why not? Eh? Tonight's Sunday night. Many people are at home relaxing. Hey, let's have an extra live stream tonight. Good. Namaste, everybody. Welcome back. I'm in the lovely town of Korsani in the Kumaoni Himalayas, in the near the West Nepal border. How is everybody? The first person on the stream, 1 kilogram of Singori balmi Thai and chocolate free. Wow, wow, wow. Very nice. Thanks for coming, Anupama. Wow. और किए हरीन आजकल सब ठीक ठाक छो खुशलबाद The weather's still keeping us guessing, yeah, keeping us guessing from day to day how it will be. Wow. CJ Singer, namaste. I missed you. I'm thinking let's do an extra live stream tonight, you know? Hey, Bapri Bab. Himanshu. John Marston's reincarnation. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Sid, CID system hacker. Hi, how are you? Welcome back to you also. This is Pahadi David from Uttarakhand, northern Indian Himalayas, near the West Nepal border. Ah, wow, wow, wow. चमत्कार हो गया यार. Hey, Baba. CID system. Where do you live there? Can you tell us your आपका अट्टा पट्टा कहाँ हो CID? अट्टा पट्टा कहाँ हो? आज क्या खाया है? शाबाश. वाह, वहाँ का मौसम कैसा हो? इस्लामाबाद. वाह, चमत्कार हो गया यार. चमत्कार हो गया. इस्लामाबाद. वाह, वाह, वाह. वाह, क्या बात है. Hey, wow. Assad Jamada, namaste, salam Assad, the lion boy, namaste Assad. How are you tonight? This is my night off, but I was thinking, let's have an extra live stream tonight. Extra one. Assad, yeah, first time you came on time. Can I send you 1 kilogram of Pahari sweets, you know, like balmi Thai, singori, and chocolate. How about that? 1 kilogram. Wow. Wow. CID, yeah, मेरी हिंदी बहुत ही कच्चा है, बहुत ही कच्चा है. एकदम शर्म लगता है इसकी बारे में. अब से हिंदी में बोलूँगा. अब से इंग्लिश में बोलूँगा. मैं चुपचाप रहूँगा हिंदी में. Solapur Assad, thank you, very nice. Can I stay 1 or 2 years with you, free guest? Why, Barbary Bob, hey? Assad, wow, my Hindi is better than your Hindi. Wow, wow, thank you, yes. Uh, yeah, some people are pulling my leg, you know, they're having a little joke with me. Teri Hindi bahoti kachi hai chup chap raho. Ay, baba ho. Arush, namaste, Arush. Shabash. Or ki hunin sab ठीक ठाक छी. सब ठीक ठाक छू. Arush, shabash. आज की कहालो आज बता पे जवाब दियो पे. तुम्हारा अट्टा पट्टा का नाम के छू. Oi. Dev, no, my Hindi's very bad. Every night people tell me, David, your Hindi's very, very bad. So now I will never again speak in Hindi, only in Angrezi Bhasha. Megora pakora hun. Theek hai? Shabash. Assad, my top greatest midfielders of all time. Oh, all right, just give me 1 minute, eh? Okay. um, yes, CID, I live alone. I don't like other people. I don't like other human beings. I live completely alone. Even no dog and no cat here. Now, Dev, thanks for coming. Dev, thanks for coming back. Yes. Officer Joyce, namaste. You're from India, are you? Namaste. Officer Joyce, how are you? Are you fine? Good, good, good. Yeah, I'm here in the Uttarakhandi Himalaya in northern India. CJ, let's see tonight how my energy levels. I had a big bowl of arahar malka ki dal and green veggie and paratha and kachamula. So let's just see how my energy levels go tonight. What time, you know? Sandy Sid. Thanks for coming, Sandy. Yes, I'm Anglo-Australian, and I've lived in the Himalayas, Nepal and India, half of my life. So I call myself Pahadi David. Upamaji, bachao, Dana. Uh, oh, Anupamaji. Anupam is my unofficial secretary. Anupama, please put that message on there, huh? David comes from Iceland. The mother's from Afghanistan. The father's from East Timor. East Timor? Nobody knows where East Timor is. Only 5% of the world's population know where East Timor is. EAST, TIMOR. Ah. All right. Now, Assad, the greatest midfielders of all time. What, team A, B, C, and D? Or, well, Assad, you'd have to include John Terry, of course, from Chelsea, Frank Lampardo from Chelsea, Zidane, the great Zidane. Um, let me think. Oh, don't forget Roy Keane, the enforcer, the Roy Keane from Argentina and Manchester United, of course. Yeah, only joking. Yeah, and oh, many others, many others. Yes, yes. And yes, Assad, the first time you came on time. That's great. CJ Singh, Arahar Malke Ki Dal, Latpat Wala Kahalo, Latpat. Parate mixed anaj wala saat sari no nan wal or lai sag or kachamula. Oh, many viewers are coming tonight. Thank you. That's great. Rishab, namaste. Thanks for coming, Rishab. David, why did you pick India? Uh, I'll give you an answer to that in 5 minutes, okay? Please stay, yes? Oh, I saw it, of course, Modric, yes. Maradona was more a forward, wasn't he, I think? Number 10 is a forward, I think. Reddit card. Why are you doing the Indian head wobble? That's because I like to do the Indian head wobble. I like it very much. Officer choice, come to Bengal. Ah, interesting part of India, I hear. Interesting part of India. Tell me more. CJ Singer, have any no mangoes of variety? Arush, yeah, I have lived a long time in Kumaon and Nepal also, half of my lifetime, Officer Choice. Arush, excuse me. Dev, Shabash, Shabash, Shabash Kapil Dev. Aye, Baba ho. Aye. Now Sunday night is tonight, and we've got the first viewer ever in recorded human history from North Sentinel Island. North Sentinel Island in northern Japan, isn't it? Is it in northern Japan? All right. Now, no worries, mate. Thanks, Dev. Thanks, Dev. CID system hacker. Why did you leave your family? CID system is asking me, David, why did you leave your family? I don't like my family very much, CID. I don't like my family very much. They're always talking, making kutch and gitch and quack quack. So I left my family many years ago, and now I'm very happy. Now, Hardik, namaste. Hardik, aap kaise ho? Sab theek thaak hai? Shabash, aapka Attapata ka naam kya ho? Bataiye. Radhe Krishna, Radhe Krishna. Neha, thanks Neha. Thanks for coming back tonight, okay? Thank you, namaste. Kya hal hai? Sab theek thaak hai? Reddit card. David, how do you like oh, Indian women? They're the most beautiful women on the planet. The most beautiful women. There is not one ugly woman in India. They are all fantastic. 10 out of 10. Oh, now, Zen. Oh, thank you, Zen. The nice Indian name, Dawood Bhai. Dawood Sikandar. Hey, Shabash. Yeah, that's probably true, Assad. All World Cup winning teams had strong midfields, yes. Rishab, David, what's your opinion on Kashmir? Rishab, what's your opinion on Kashmir? Um, please give me 5.5 minutes और आपको पूरा जवाब दूंगा इसके बारे में कश्मीर के बारे में ठीक है Gurwinder Sandhu. Namaste, Gurwinder. Namaste. Wahi Guru. Gurwinder Sandhu. Gurwinder Sandhu. Is that enough? Oh, yes, Reddit card. Of course. I know that story. Nobody ever smuggled in a mobile phone? If they get into contact with the internet, they will join mainstream civilization in 5 minutes. Believe me, There are many, many benefits of the internet. Yes. Maybe they should drop an iPhone by helicopter onto North Sentinel Island, an iPhone, a freshly prepared meal from McDonald's. And no, I'm serious, I'm serious. An iPhone, freshly prepared meal from McDonald's to North Sentinel Island. And a dozen pilot pens, gel pens, then they'll join the human race. They will. They will. Professor Piyush, namaste, Professor Piyush Verma, legend, living legend, yes? Thanks for coming back, Prof. Dev, I was only joking with CID. He told me my Hindi was not good. So I'm not being really serious with CID from Islamabad. I'm not really being serious with him. But if he comes back tomorrow night, my heart will be open again, okay? No, I love my mum. Of course, I love my mum. Rishab, how do I still have the American accent? I never had an American accent. I'm Anglo-Australian. Satyan Bindur. Namaste Satyan, namaste aap kaise ho? Sab theek thak hai? Shabash. All right, Rishab, what was the question? I'll read immediately. What was the question again? Channel Beast. Thanks, Channel Beast, for channel or Chanel. Chanel is like a brand of perfume. Chanel Beast. Thanks for coming back after a long time, Chanel. Satyan, I live here in Uttarakhand. Thanks, Pat. Yeah, I feel refreshed today. The power has just gone. So now I feel good, and I was missing everybody very, very much, and still trying to reach the magic target of 4,000 hours live streaming watch hours. Yes, Pat, thank you. And yeah, the word platonic, Pat, comes from a very, very old famous Greek footballer, Plato, Plato, Plato. Now, oh, that's right, Rishabh. Wow, you're setting me very, very tight, a very tight timeline here, Rishabh. I was hoping you might stay 8 or 9 minutes and help me to improve my 4,000 live streaming watch hour targets. Anyhow, look, seeing you put so much pressure on me, Rishab, I must answer you right now. David, what are your opinions on Kashmir? Look, I'll tell you very, very honestly, Rishab. I'll tell you very, very honestly my opinion on Kashmir. I don't have any opinions on Kashmir. Let the politicians decide the fate of Kashmir, okay? Let the politicians. I have no power. Do you have any power to decide the fate of beautiful Kashmir? What's the other? Why did I pick India? Uh, I wanted to visit the Himalayas on my first visit over here. The Himalayas. And lovely, lovely old Indian culture, one of the oldest cultures, beautiful old organic and scientific religious ideologies, many, many old languages, and the beauty of the Himalayas like that, you know. Rayan, I do remember you. Thanks for not asking me. David, do you remember me? Thanks very much for that. And how are you, Rayan, from Baramulla? Baramulla, Kashmir, yeah. Satyan, no, I understand maybe 70-80% Hindi, simple Hindi mixed with a little bit of Urdu, you know? Thanks, Reddit card. Thanks for supporting me about American accent. Wow. Hey, hey, Donald Trump ka baap ka Nadia. Hey, Baba. Ah, ah. Now, now. Anupama Joshi ji, Madati Joshi Ju, Mary unofficial secretary. Hey, Dev. Mount Everest summit is waiting, Dave. When are you going? Come on, Dev, send me a serious message, please. This is Sunday night. It's a holy day for many people around the world. Not me, but no, please be more serious, Dev, you know. Come on, man. Satyan Bindur. Come to South India, Kana. All right, I'll come next week. Thanks, Satyan. Well, that's interesting, Rayan. Thank you for your nice message. That's nice. Thank you for that. Your country belongs to the people of that country. That's right. Satya, no, I don't permanently live in India. I'm currently on a tourist visa, so I can live here in one in each calendar year. In each calendar year, Satyan from South India. Each calendar year, I can live for 6 months maximum. Chanakya, thanks Chanakya for coming so early tonight, Barbary Barb. You've come very early tonight, man. Look at my surprise. Wow. Thanks, Chanakya. It is quite good. But there is one thing being unmarried. Listen to this carefully. I'm not going to make a mistake here. Oh, Chanakya. As a permanent bachelor without marriage, there is one thing I miss very, very much that I don't have here. There's one thing I miss very, very much, Chanakya. Listen closely. I don't have a permanent cook. I know. I don't have a permanent cook. Sometimes I'm living here for 6 months, sometimes there for 3 months, some Nepal, Kathmandu, yeah, all these places, yeah. And I don't have a permanent cook. And this is the only thing that I don't have being a bachelor, the only thing. Yes, Chanakya, people say to me, David, I'm from Ahmedabad. I'm from Islamabad. I'm from Sri Lanka. I'm from Indonesia. And it's 36 degrees here. And I'm lying half naked on the bed, sweating. It's very hot. I drink 19 litres of cold water a day. And there you are, looking like you come from the North Pole. Yeah. I see up here, it's just now middle of springtime, spring season. So up here at 6,000 feet, um, it's still a little cool after 6 p.m., you know? All right, now, our CID system who doesn't like my Hindi, he has left. Good. I gave him a couple of ironic replies. You know, ironic? You know, iron tablets? Yeah. Ironic. Ironic. I gave him a couple of ironic answers and he just left, you know. Oh, that's a pity. Yeah, ironic means strange, double meaning, ambiguous, doesn't quite sound right, you know. Now, oh, it must be Sunday night, is it? Dev, oh look, up here at 6,000 feet, especially in winter time. In wintertime, we have mosquitoes all the time up here. They're breeding like pigs. Oh, excuse me. They're breeding like mosquitoes. They're breeding like mosquitoes, the mosquitoes up here, 24 hours a day. Wintertime, you can't believe. You can't believe. No, we have mosquitoes coming more like summertime and monsoon time. Monsoon time, yes. Yeah, that's right, Rayan. I agree completely with you, what you say. I agree completely with you. That would be justice. Because I must keep my nose clean here, I must keep my nose clean on this extremely sensitive question, the big capital K question in India. I'm not going to touch this at all. But people can read your nice direct message, Rayan, and they can read that. Yeah, they can. When mankind has finally left this planet, Rayan, when mankind has finally left this planet, and it may happen, then justice will arrive. Justice will arrive. Do you know what I mean? Thanks, Janakia. That's great. You told me you're married, your wife's a great cook, and could I stay 3 or 4 years with you? Hey, can I stay 3 or 4? I teach your English, I teach your kids English, and neighbours and friends, everybody, I can teach them English. Free room and free food. How's that? Hey? Not serious. Satyan, no, I didn't watch Duranda movie yet. It's very, very close to this channel. You can see that on our subscribers history, but I just didn't have time to watch it yet. No. Ayush Tanwa, namaste. Thanks for your beautiful, beautiful non-gender message. Beautiful. Thank you. Well, Iceman Cube, thanks for coming back. Hey David, it's me, Iceman. Yeah, I remember your name. Thank you. And the interesting messages also, Iceman. David, what would you suggest to a student who's failing school and everyone just hates him, like even his parents hate him? He doesn't have any friends and is lost in life. Well, this is South, and I'm serious here. This is South India, Iceman. This is South India. Uh, Everybody knows how the South Indian education system works. 30% is very good and very honest, but you're obviously just too honest, Iceman. You're too honest. You never learnt how to cheat in exams, and that's why you're repeatedly failing. Um, because this is a public channel, I can't give you any direct suggestions on this, again, very, very sensitive subject. No, it's difficult. It's difficult. If you're serious, it's very difficult. Crime Tube India. Ah, wrestler. That's very nice. Wrestler. Look, I'm the biggest coward on the planet. I hate fighting. I'll run a mile to escape from a fight. I hate violence. I hate it. Violence is for barbarian. Are. Thanks, Crime Tube India. Very nice message. Thank you. Oh, Reddit card. Probably I'd answer your question, but just give 6 or 7 minutes. I don't like to hurry when I'm replying to messages. I like to just take my time, be relaxed, no tension. I'm not jumping from one live stream to another. You know what I mean? And I just like to take my time, personal, individualized response. Just give me 6 or 7 minutes. and I'll tell you all about that most amazing time of the hippie counterculture, the most amazing time ever. Wow. What I remember about it. Yeah, no, no, just hang around 5 minutes, okay? All right. Now, Richard, what's your next destination? My next destination is tomorrow morning. I'll be going down to the local marketplace, Richard, local marketplace. Bit of mobile data recharge and this and that, and um, make a few videos to get blogged, you know. And okay, I'm thinking about your invitation there, but when I move from one place to another, I usually stay 3 or 4 years minimum in each place. So I hope you're a bit on the rich side, are you? Janakia, you have an MB. I'm very, very, very careful tonight. Very careful. You have an MB in your neighborhood, do you? Oh, that's nice. Oh, I love her. I love her. She's a great, great human being. A great human being. Oh, wow. Yeah, Reddit card, it's coming. Don't worry. Yes, legit. If there's any mistake of me wearing a muffler, topi, and jacket at 6,000 feet in the Himalayan foothills in the middle of March, please lodge an FIR and I'll immediately take these things off, okay? Pankaj Sharma, thank you, thank you. Good, good. Okay, Reddit. Thanks, Rayan. Thanks very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. Remember, Rayan, as long as just one human being remains alive on planet Earth, there will never, never be full justice. Mm. Yes, Dev, she is. She is dangerous, isn't she? Yeah, I sometimes wonder what sort of happy childhood she had. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Ooh. Mm. Mm. Anyhow, I'm not a psychologist, so let's leave that one alone, Dev. Yeah. Oof. Oh. Are you still there, Pat? It must be about 11 o'clock, 7 minutes past 11, is it in Queensland? Yes, Dev, just there and thereabouts. What sort of childhood did she have? Eh? Oof. Ooh. Anyhow, that's her business. She knows all the fine details. And we don't want to know anything about it, yeah? That's right. CID system hacker. You want to live with me, do you? Very, very small room. Here's only one. Well, there's a second bed, but it's my like storeroom, you know? That's good, Pat. Yeah, the night is still young, isn't it, eh? Eh? Started the live stream early tonight, so yeah, Pat. Every night 2 or 3 people ask me, it's early summertime. Why are you wearing a hat, scarf, jacket, socks, long johns? Uh, Everybody thinks that everybody lives at sea level, you know, in a hot climate. Well, we're getting some good responses now, Reddit card. Eh? Look, it was such an amazing time, the hippie culture, starting in about 1965, something like that, on the west coast of America, one of the most liberal, free-thinking, open-minded cultures on the planet. Yeah, west coast of America. It still is too, you know. Not everybody's liberal. Not everybody are free thinkers, but that's where that all started, the hippie movement. Um, look, Reddit card. Uh, yeah, I know what you're thinking. What's David going to tell me? Well, look, David's not going to tell you very, very much about that time. Yeah, Pat, I know you're laughing too, looking at my smile, aren't you, eh? Um, look, this is India, which is generally a rather conservative culture. I know Indians love their traditions. Many Indians love their traditions, they do. So I'm sorry, I just can't tell you any more details about the counterculture hippie movement, which started about 1965 and until about 1972 or something. I just can't discuss any more details with you on this private channel, okay? But maybe one day I'll write a book about it. And boy, will it be a bestseller. Ooh, ooh, barbary bob. Barbary bob. Hey? See, I do. I'd love to come to Pakistan with you, but live there with you. But I I'm just too busy here at the moment in the Himalayas. Okay. Now, Pat, my hair is not combed. It's not combed. So, okay. But this is basically it. All right. This is basically it. Okay. I'm feeling about 17 years younger. How's that? Eh? Do you fancy that? You can see my ears again now. Look at my ears. Hey, look at that. Hey, don't pull my ears. Look at that. Hey. Well, look at my earlobes. These are called in English earlobes. Yeah. Wow, 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 wow. You can see my ears. You can see my forehead again. Hey. That's it. Now, don't take any screenshots, okay? Not allowed to take. That's it. Good. Now, thanks, Dev. Thanks for coming. And please come back again, yeah? You lovely people, please, why don't you stay more time on this live stream tonight? Are you so busy? What are you doing now? You're going to have a shower? You're going to feed the dog or cat? You're going to cook an omelette or something? Why please not stay here for some time? And that will help me to reach the magical 4,000 live streaming watch hours. I've currently got about 1,720 or something like that. Yeah. Now, new message again. Oh, Pat, look, if I don't wear my cap, I'll get a headache. I might have a brain hemorrhage. No, no, seriously. This cap and the other have become part of my head, you know, part of my head. And I knew one man in Australia. He was always wearing his hat. He always wore his hat. Even when he was bathing, he wore his hat. When he was holding his wife's hand, he wore his hat. When he was feeding the cat, he wore his hat. And when he died, now listen to this. This is a true story. I wouldn't lie to you. This man who wore his hat continuously all of his life, when he died, they tried to remove the cap from his head, but they couldn't remove it. They could not remove it. The cap had all internet problem. This is a public internet problem. This is a public channel, and we don't want any people to have a misunderstanding about the content of this live stream. Okay. Oh, CID, yeah, well, CID, I'll give you a little clue, okay? Yeah, I know you're from Islamabad. Now, look, CID, um, don't think, is this story true or not? Think about the deeper meaning behind this story, CID, system hacker. Think about the deeper meaning behind it. A man becomes so attached to his hat, he loves it even more than he loves his family. And there's more also. Just think more the deeper meaning about it, okay? Look, Pat, that question opens many areya. Areya means aha, friend. What are you saying, you know? Pat, um, look, again, Pat, I keep it tonight. Look, I know it's Sunday night. Everybody wants to be free and relaxed, but I I can't answer that question on this public medium, okay? So please don't mind, all right? I know you won't be upset, all right? Oh, CID, please don't say that. No, I'm not. I'm not questioning your intelligence. Some stories seem unbelievable. Some stories seem unbelievable because they are unbelievable, right? That's why they're unbelievable, because they are unbelievable. So you have to look for the deeper meaning, the deeper meaning behind these things. Thanks, Raj Kohli. Thank you for liking this. Thank you. Reddit card. What's the one specific thing, David, that fascinates you the most? Um, Again, I'll have to think about that. Pat McClenaghan from Queensland saying, Tune up Tusher. Thanks, Tune up, for coming back. Thanks for coming back. Please stay for some time, yeah? We need your watch hours. Yeah. Tusher is making British beans and mashed potato. Oh, British food is the most delicious food on the planet. British food is the most delicious food on the planet. They have a million items in their cuisine, in their menu, and everybody should visit Britain, the original Britain, before mass migration. Everybody should visit the original Britain, eating original British food. Everybody should visit that island just for the food. That's right, Redicar. We don't want the whole establishment coming after me. Oof, oof. Who'd prepare tea for them for a start? Not enough room here for 25 people to live. Now, any messages here? Young, young or young. British food is just bland. Yeah, original British food. We must be very honest, young, and say, how was the what's the word, variability? How was the variety of British food many years before mass migration started? How was it? How was British food? Well, the answer is, young. Still, on the whole planet, there is not one, on the whole planet outside of Britain, there is still not one British food restaurant. There is not one British food restaurant outside of Britain on the whole planet. There are Thai restaurants, Nigerian, yeah, I love Nigeria. Thai, Nigerian restaurants, Chinese, Indian, Mongolian. There are one or two East Timor restaurants too. Yeah. and Indian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Mongolian, African, but there's not one British food restaurant. Why? Why not? CID system is saying Pakistani food is best. I'm sure it's the best. It listen, CID. CID is saying Pakistani food is. I'm sure it's best. It's best for you. That's your home, your homeland. You know. Yes, Abhinav. Thanks for coming. Fish and chips, barbary barb. Eh? Well, did you see CID system hacker's last message? CID system hacker. Ram Nam Satya Hey. Bye bye. Goodbye forever. Goodbye forever, CID system hacker. Hey? Hey? Did you see that message? Now, everybody, one request, please. No, this is another request, a new request. Please ask all of your social circle to have a look at this live stream. It's a little bit different. It's not the most interesting live stream on the planet, but maybe it's not the most boring either. And please ask your social circle, friends, relatives, neighbours, to friends, of course, to have a look at my live stream. Maybe they'll like it, and they can tell their friends also. You know. Abhishek. Oh, thank you. You're saluting me for the third time. Was it about some? Was it about some retard, some unhappy, retarded human being trying to upset me? Is that the subject? Yeah. That's why God made the hide from this channel button, isn't it? Yeah, I love that. I love that facility. I love it. Oh, Reddit card. Look, do a replay. Go back 4.5 minutes. Have a look yourself, yeah? I can't repeat what he said to me. Oh, oh. Yeah, go back, replay it. Reddit card. Reddit card or credit card? Are ya? Yes, Rikandarbar. Some people think only my country is the best country on the planet. There are no bad things in my culture. Some people think the best food in the world comes from here, from my country. The sweetest language. But it's good to be proud about your. It's good to be proud about your country and your culture. Objectively, yes, yeah. That's right, Rickon. All food is best when it satisfies your hunger. A person who is literally starving for food, a person who is literally starving for food will eat anything. They will eat anything from any hand. Mm. Oh, Abhishek, excuse me. I sometimes do miss. I see. Thank you, Abhishek. Busy with that person. Yeah. Tune up Tusher. British are founders of modern comedy. Yeah, definitely. Then the Americans took over later. Yeah, seriously. on the subject of comedy, when I was a young man, 1972, 75, there was a great, completely new presentation type of comedy coming from America. It was called Laugh-In. Laugh, Laughin, Laugh-In. Have a look at some of those old Laugh-In shows from on YouTube. Some of them are still quite good, you know. Yes, Abhinav. Yeah, I agree. Eat to live, don't live to eat. That's right. That's right. Um, Monty Python. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Ooh. Are we talking about the life of Brian and that? Oh, wow. Ah, Ajab Dada. Namaste, Ajab Dada. Namaste. Thanks for coming back. How are you? Are you fine? Kia hal hai? Sab theek thak hai? Shabash. Ajab aapka atta patta ka naam kya hai? Shabash. Namaste. Um, yeah, Monty Python, Tushar. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Groundbreaking, groundbreaking humor. It started about 1980, did it? 1980, something like that. Yeah, now, oh, please, one request. Please, if you stay more time on my live stream any night, please don't watch it completely. Do other things. That will help me to just to increase my live stream watch hours from your side, I mean, yeah. Oh, a job, that's very, very interesting. Ah, that's very interesting, a job. That's true story, I guess. Yeah, your true story. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. I'll read it. If you are new to the subject of Mera Mora Sharabi Bab, if you, lovely viewer, are new to the subject of Mera Mora Sharabi Bab, my dead alcoholic father, what's behind it? Very easy to understand. My father was a chronic drinker. He abused our family seriously for many years until I was 9, and then we kicked him out. And um, wow, that's a nice message. You look like $1 million. Wow. Oof. How can I translate that $1 million into cash in the hand? Hideaway, Airways, Airways. Oh, that's a tricky one. Airways, Airways. I like you instantly, Airways, Airways. I love you. Thank you. Airways telling me you look like $1 million. Arohi, Arohi, Namaste. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you for coming. Now, look, I'm losing the main subject here. So Ajab and other people. When I say my dead alcoholic father, it's a real story, but I like to say it in Hindi. My dead alcoholic, huh? Mera mora sharabi baap. Mera mora sharabi baap. This simply is a message, especially to young people. If you never ever touch any type of smoke, you'll never become addicted. Be clever. Be clever. If you never try any smoke, you'll never have smoking addiction. If you never try alcohol one time, you'll never become an alcoholic. And I'm really serious about this. Um, these two things, these two drugs are very popular, and they do a lot of damage to human health. The one drug, smoking, whatever it might be, they're all drugs. And the other very popular drug, also alcohol, right? So, my message behind this is to young people, if you never try one time any smoke, you'll never become addicted. If you never try alcohol one time, forget the addiction, be free, be intelligent, and be your own master. Yeah. Ajab, well, that's it really. I've explained everything to you. Um, yeah, I'm sure he's characterless, selfish, irresponsible in marriage, eh? Yeah. Don't give him my namaste. And maybe you can get him to look at a replay of this um, live stream, Ajab. Get him, yeah. I bet you don't love him, do you? No. Anyhow, that's enough of that. But this is a very, very common situation, Ajab Dada, isn't it? Very common situation. Yeah. Well, Airways, if you can quit for a day, you can quit for a life. Wow, excellent. Excellent. Thanks, Airways. Pleasure is mine also, pleasure. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. I live here. My background simply is Anupama Joshi Ji. Oh, Anupama. Rukope, Jawadio Anupama. Anupama lives in the same area we speak um, Hian Kumaon language, you know? Anupama Ji. Just wait, please. One message, I think. All right, look. I can't get to this facility, so I was born in England, lived in Australia, and I have lived a total of half my lifetime in the Himalayas. That's why I call myself Mountain David, Pahadi David. Thanks, Vivek. Yeah, sometimes I like to surprise people, you know, in the right way. I like to give people a surprise. I love people to surprise me sometimes, not from behind, but in front or from the side, you know. And yeah, I felt, see, Vivek, during the middle of the week, um, in the middle of the week, um, I'm going to the Nepal border for one night. So Wednesday night, no live stream, and Thursday night, maybe no live stream. So just to keep up with the live stream watch hours, Vivek, from your side. Yeah, Ajab, I can believe it. Oh, gee. Oh, listen, Ajab, Maybe you missed my live stream when I gave a full account about Mera Mora Sarabi Bab. And I'll tell you this, and other people, if you're new to the subject of Mera Mora Sarabi Bab, my dead alcoholic father, this is a true story. And I'll tell you now. Um, but first, I regularly tell young people, face to face and on this live stream, don't touch any smoke one time, you'll never be addicted. Don't touch alcohol even one time, and you won't be addicted. And I'm speaking from my heart, you know. So, Ajab and everybody, my actual father, not later my stepfather, but my actual father, chronic alcoholic. Chronic means absolutely habitual, right? And he was a house painter, in the daytime house painter, and after 5 p.m., chronic alcoholic. Yeah, that was his profession after 5 p.m. No, I'm serious. And he gave our family a lot of abuse. My mum, my lovely two sisters, a lot of abuse. And times a week we didn't eat an evening meal because his work was day 2 times a week, evening time, no money for food. Mm, we hated him. Sometimes he used to hit us just before we kicked him out. Now, my dead alcoholic father used to regularly say, when he was drinking, he'd say, David, come and sit here. And I'd sit, but I didn't like to touch him, you know. He was full of bad vibrations, yeah, bad vibes. So he'd say, David, look at your father now. Planet. Who's the biggest hero on the planet? And I used to say, I was afraid. I used to say, you are, Daddy, you're a real big hero. And he believed me, you know. So one day, just before we kicked him out, one of my lovely sisters said, David, tonight, when Daddy says who's the biggest hero on the planet while he's drunk, tell him, and tell him like this, David, you, Daddy, are the biggest coward on the planet, drinking so much every night. You, Daddy, are the biggest coward. So that night, yeah, that's right, that's what happened. And I said that to him. He picked me up, and not for the first time hit him, picked me up and he threw me against the wall. And he said, you, he said like that, you know. Anyhow, that evening, our family had a family meeting. No BS, no bakwas in that meeting. And that's it. He's out tomorrow morning. Anyhow, and you'll laugh when you hear the end of this story. You'll laugh, maybe. Next morning, he's all packed up, everything in the truck, ready to move. And as the truck's driving off, he called out to my mum, my Morris Sarabi Barb. He called out to my mum. He said, any last words? And my mum said, yeah, you can drink as much as you like and die as soon as possible. Drink as much as you like and die as soon as possible. Matlab, tum khub pi jao aur ekdam fat mar jao. But we were talking English, right? Tum khub pi jao aur ekdam fat mar jao. Eh? Okay, now the punchline's coming. You'll like the ending of this story. 1 year later, exactly 1 year later, a telegram came from another place. He was living with his girlfriend. And the girlfriend sent a short telegram. Oh, hello. Excuse me, I'm very sad, but your father has expired. He just stayed 6 months in hospital continuously with liver cancer. He was in continual pain, virtually not eating any food, very sad, very depressed. So for 3 days we were very sad. He was our father. He was our dead alcoholic father, but still he was our father. So after 3 days, my bigger sister said, "Well, that's it. We're sad enough now. We're sad enough for 3 days. Let's have a little party. Mummy, give me some money and I'll get some Coca-Cola and chocolate cake from the corner shop." So we had a little party. And we never attended his funeral. We never attended his funeral. Why would we attend his funeral after years of abuse? Why? So Ajab, you're not alone, man. You're not alone, but still you have that heavy problem there. It's painful, isn't it? It's painful, frustrating. You're angry, aren't you? Yeah. But your Sarabi Bab also will leave the planet one day. Believe that. Meditate on it. It's just a question of when. When will he die? Anyhow, this is a true story. Everything's true in this story. And I'll say again, young people, don't try any smoke ever, not one time. Don't drink any alcohol even one time. You'll never, never have addictions. Thanks, Tushar. Thanks, Rohit. Thanks, Tushar, especially. It was, but because we must move on. Even the worst things can happen, traumas, but we must move on. We must not let those incidents affect our lives. We may have very long lives, you know. I'm still only 76, and I thought about it, I meditated on a word, no. You, my Mora Sarabi Bab, are not going to make me unhappy for the rest of my life. I'm not going to take drugs. I'm not going to be unhappy. I'm not going to take drugs and be subhuman. No. But drug abuse is a very, very complicated thing, you know. If I say subhuman, I mean not fully enjoying your life. That's what I mean, you know. And that's why we didn't go to the funeral. A couple of our lovely viewers said to me on that story, "You didn't go to the funeral. He was your father. You didn't go to the funeral. I understand your story, David. You didn't go to the funeral? I can't believe that." So even if a father commits a murder inside their family, would you still go to their funeral? Yes, Tushar, it is stoic. It is stoic. Yeah, that's right, Pap. We must move on. We must move on. Yeah, I have done well, and I've done so well that I always remember those experiences, but I always share this story with people because you know what the punchline is, don't you? I just said it 3 times, you know. You know what the punchline is. It's a very, very thin line between getting onto the path of addiction or not. One last thing I'll tell you, young people. If your friends drink regularly, as soon as they start to drink that first drink, move right away from them. If you don't drink and your friends drink, as soon as the first drop of alcohol hits their lips, move right away from that room, right away. Pat McClanahan, I wouldn't go to his funeral either. I wouldn't go to his funeral either. Arohit, how did your mother spend time with your father? They didn't spend any time together. When it got to that point, over the limit, we mum and one sister worked very, very hard for 6 months. We built we built an extra room. We weren't rich. We built an extra room, I remember. We built an extra room, a little bit big room, which became the second bedroom. The father was never allowed in my mother's bedroom, and the second bedroom, yeah, was our kitchen also. He was never allowed in the kitchen because sometimes he would get angry, maybe knock over the cooking pots, start a fire, you know. So yeah, no, I remember clearly now about that. Yes. Chill Bear. Chill Bear, thanks for coming, Chill. Excellent. Thanks to see you again. Thank you. Ah, Vivek, lovely, 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 lovely message. Wow. Yeah, Vivek Ji, you are an independent thinker. You are, man. Don't go away. Don't go away, man. Oh, of course, have your meal. Have your meal. Have your spend some time with your family, but please, Vivek, don't spend too much time away from our live stream. Okay. Yeah. Lovely message. Vivek, Dr. Vivek, getting retired in a few years, says. Vivek G comes from Gurgaon. David, your chronic alcoholic Morasarabi Bab, eh? Your chronic alcoholic Mera Morasarabi Bab has a great quality which he shares with you. His obsessive behavior towards alcohol corresponds to your, David's, deep attachment to the Himalayas and meditation. You are not wrong. I love you. I love you, Vivekji. Uh, from a long distance, may I give you Dandawat Pranam for that? That is lovely, man. Lovely. Dandawat Pranam. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Bapri Bap. Hey. Wow, 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 wow. Now, here's a challenge. Now, I'm serious here. You know, when I go, no, 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 I'm serious here. You can believe that I'm serious, okay? Aapko jhoot kaise bol huh? Now, we had a lot of fun the last 15 minutes. It's tragedy and fun all together about that story, okay? Why doesn't somebody here think of some subject which we can talk about continuously for 15 or 20 minutes? Can anybody do that right now? I'm not going anywhere, hey? I can't go outside. There are leopards, tigers, bears, dinosaurs, murderers, and gundas roaming all around the forest here at night, 24 hours a night, 24 hours a day. I can't go anywhere. I'm here with you on live stream, okay? So, yeah. And what was I saying? Um, what was I saying? Somebody please tell me. So somebody please think of a subject which will be a gripping subject which everybody can join in, any subject, almost any subject, okay, and that we can all get involved in for 20, 30 minutes, okay? Please, some subject, interesting subject. What is that? But not the big P word. You know what the big P word is, and not the big R word. You know what the big P word is, capital P, and the big R word. Let's not talk about the big P or R word tonight, okay? This is Sunday night. Sunday night at the movies. Will there be a new superpower leader in the world? Look, look. I didn't want to talk about the big P word, but you forced my hand, Abhishek. You forced my hand. Very soon, my prediction is that in the United States of America, the greatest country in the world, yeah, America specializes on one subject, doesn't it? Not the American people, the American establishment. We know what that is. There will be a change soon in America. The people have had enough of Donald Trump. He's gone too far, and he will be removed soon. You will see, eh? If I'm wrong, I'll send everybody 5 rupees, okay? Yeah, cash. Arrowhead, mobile addiction. Oh, look, this is serious also. Is spending too much on mobile, playing games, is that also a drug? Yes or no? Oof. Yes or no? Look, Tushar, this is a very, very personal question you've asked me about spirituality, my own search. And I'm not afraid to answer it, okay? I'm not afraid to answer it, really, I'm not. No, this is Saturday night? No, it's Sunday night. Sunday night. Just give me 3 or 4 minutes, okay? And I'll talk about an individual's potential for spiritual growth, okay? I'm not a genius and I'm not an expert on spirituality, but, Tusha, I do have a spirit inside me. As long as the spirit keeps going, I'll keep going. So just give me 6 or 7 minutes and I'll put together my answer, okay? Arrowhead, I'm happy to tell you I haven't watched a movie for many, many years. I haven't watched a movie for many, many years. I haven't read a book for many, many years either. Yes, but I won't go to his funeral either. Or see, I'm a bit of an expert on English grammar, as you can see, you know. I never make a mistake in English. No, 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 I'm only joking. Um, uh, um, you could say most correctly, Pat, but I don't want you as my English student. I'm not criticizing you. You could. This is for the benefit of people, Indian people who are learning English. Yeah, I would not have gone to his funeral either. I would not have gone to his funeral either. It's like in a have not gone, have not gone, uh, present present perfect tense, negative present perfect tense, um, would not. Probably conditional tense, yeah. Conditional present perfect negative tense. Whew, Barbary Barb. Now let's see. Please asking somebody to open the subject. We can talk about a really gripping subject. We can pass the time for 20 minutes. But no, nobody's answering. Sri Mahadavan. Mahadavan. Namaste, Sri Mahadavan. आप कैसे हो सब ठीक ठाक है बाल बच्चे हो गए शादी हो गई शाबाश namaste shabash jawab djiye madhavan ji. Thanks very, very much for coming to this um, live stream. Pahadi David. I am Anglo-Australian. born in Anglo land, yeah, born in England. I moved to Australia, and Madhavan, I've lived in the Himalayas, Nepal and India especially, half of my lifetime, coming and going. Arohit, Arohi, Arohi. मेरी कोई शादी नहीं है अब तक नहीं मैंने अब तक शादी नहीं किया क्यों किया था मेरे लिए कोई फर्क नहीं होगा कोई फायदा नहीं होगा शादी में क्या करूँगा शादी में पागल हो जाऊँगा मैं पुराना मुसाफिर हूँ मुसाफिर I'm an old traveller senior traveller one man stomach look at my smile um, no when I was a young boy Arohi I made a decision not to get married then I could be a traveller happy traveller not too much bag and baggage, not too much luggage. That's it. That's the short answer. Madhavan, you're also against marriage. That's excellent. Is this true? Majak mat karo ya, saaf bataiye, eh? Madhavan ji, namaste. Madhavan is also a population control expert, shortened to PCE. PCE, I'm a PCE. Are you a PCE? Is she a PCE? Population control expert. So basically you're a monk. No, I'm not a monk. I'm not actually a monk. And I'm definitely not a saint. I'm sort of like a half sadhu, vegetarian, traveling sadhu. Vegetarian, traveling sadhu. That's great, Madhavan. Madhavan, you swear on Narendra Modi. Well, that must be true. It must be true. Yes, when we left England and we left my Mera Morasarabi Bap Pat in Queensland, when we left our dead alcoholic father, by that time he was well and truly dead. And look at my smile. And I'm going to write a book about this one day. Yeah, I am. It could be quite interesting. My stepfather was then retired. Listen to this short story. This was my stepfather, my new father. And in order for us to get onto that ship to come to Australia, 1961, to get onto that ship in time, he worked on the British Railways, and he worked on the British Railways faithfully for 49 and a half years, and he missed out on a full pension because he didn't reach the 50-year mark. But because my mum was getting a pension, so we lived well in Australia. Not rich, but we lived well enough, you know. Yeah, Kshitij Gupta. I prefer to say Horizon. How are you, Horizon Gupta? Just for a change. Horizon, I had a great sleep last night. I slept very, very well last night. Nice, fresh day today, refreshed. Had a great lunch. And Aj मैं कुंभकर्ण जैसे खाए है आज शाकाहारी. But only one big meal a day. And so I decided to live stream tonight, Horizon. Yeah. On Wednesday night, no live stream. Wednesday night, I go to the nearby Nepal border, one night inside Nepal for visa regulation. Yeah. So Wednesday night and maybe Thursday night coming back, no live stream. So I thought, let's do the live stream tonight, you know. Arohi, yeah. I vegetarian this time continuously since 14 years. Horizon Gupta, no, I didn't go to see Duranda yet. Madhavan, David, how much pension do you get? Just give me 5 or 8 साढ़े 9 मिनट दे दो और आपको जवाब दूंगा इसके बारे में, ठीक है? Yes, Madhavan, this is my Himalayan home of 49 years. Coming and going from Australia. I'm a retired nurse now. Retired nurse. Wow, this 90 minutes has gone very, very rapidly. Very rapidly means very quickly. Wow, wow, wow. Madhavan, I live with some lovely Pahadi family, my old friends, and they live just 5 minutes up the hill in the main house. I eat with them every day. I make some contribution to the food, not in money, but in our family. We try not to. Now, this is a little strange, maybe, but it's very successful. We generally don't pass money between each other directly. We put it on the side there. They can pick the money up. This is a family. This is a very tight, loving family. And what do you people think about this? We never directly pass money to each other by hand. Never, never. It goes, put it on the table, put it on the bed, put it on the top of the fridge. But we don't like to pass money directly in our family. Madhavan. Oh, look, I don't know, I'm guessing here. Uh, Madhu? Honey? Lord Krishna? I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing. Arohi, when will I sleep? When will you sleep? Yeah, no, I'll be sleeping about as usual, 12:30, something like that. Pat, in Queensland, the land of queens, there are some queens, aren't they? There are some queens there. Uh, but that's another story. This is a public channel, yeah, and we want to keep our noses clean, Pat, yeah? All right. And Pat, the mother was a nurse, nursing sister, came from England to Australia when she was young. That was another trip, you know? Yeah. Then after bringing her kids up, being married was a full-time occupation. Madhavan, you like my accent? Yeah, people say they like my accent. Anglo-Indian, lived in the Himalayas many years, familiar with several languages, uh, only fluent in English, not bad in Hindi, 50% Kumaoni language, 35% Nepali. I know 200 words of the Tamang dialect in Nepal, and I'm learning Chinese. No, I'm not learning Chinese. Believe me, I'm not. I'm definitely not learning Chinese. Now, earning motion. Earning motion. Namaste, earning motion. How are you tonight? Thanks. I replied to your message very, very late. Please don't mind, yeah? Um, Tusha, are you still here, Tusha? If you're still here, I'll answer your question for you, okay? Sri Madhavan, 7 crores, Bapri Bab. Hey, Mera Mar, Bapri Bab. 7 crores. Look, 1 crore will be more than enough for me. It's cash, is it? It's cash. I don't want check. Not in India, I don't. I mean, excuse me. No, that was a mistake. Um, 1 crore is more than enough. Yeah, Tushar, I first came. Pure black money. Oh, I can take black money. I can take white money. I can take green money, blue money, purple money, yellow money, any money, but not checks. Thanks very much, Musman. I'll send you my bank account details in a couple of minutes, okay? Thank you. But please don't keep me waiting, okay? No, no, no. 1 crore is enough. Huh? Now, Batman, thanks for coming back, Batman. Beautiful. I'll I'll answer your question. Yeah, that's a personal message. Wow. All right, Tusha. Even when I was a young boy, 9, 10, 11, I was investigating life, you know. I like to draw maps, copy from the atlas, drawing maps of different countries and saying, one day, David, you will go there. And I did realize my childhood dreams sometimes, you know. And funny, but even when I was 10 or 11, I had a feeling, David, there's much more inside you. You know, I'd look in the mirror and I'd say, that's only the surface. That's only just the surface. There's much more inside you, David Alexander. Yeah, you'll find out. You'll see later on. Keep digging. So I was attracted to, I mean, India is not the only culture where we have spirituality. No, it's not. But the Indian spirituality is very, very old, you know, like the Chinese spirituality, the Egyptian spirituality, the Sumerian spirituality, the Native American spirituality, and sometimes in Europe too, you know, why not? So I always had a feeling. So, Tushar, when I was 29, I first came to the Himalayas the first time, and since then, I've lived here long periods, and I'm now a different person than I was, you know. I believe very, very much that there are deeper areas in we humans that we must dig into, you know, explore, develop, um, and but it's all such a personal thing, your own communication with what we call in common language God, you know. But where's the goddess? God, God, God. Don't forget the goddess. I mean, don't forget the feminine principle, you know. Ah, masculine, feminine, and neuter. Don't forget the neutral principle either. But these are all very, very personal things, and I can't say in much more about it, but until we dig deeper into ourselves on a spiritual level, really, honestly, we're only half alive. We're really only half alive until we make contact with a deeper spiritual dimension, you know? Yeah. Madhavan. Madhavan is Sanatan, is the oldest civilization, yeah, the roots of Hinduism, yeah? At the time we were doing a lot of research, other people were still living their lives in forest and caves. Um, I don't know if it's the oldest civilization. In recent years, there are some people saying here that India is the oldest civilization on the planet. It's definitely one of the very, very oldest. Um, Madhavan, um, you can look into this more intimately if you like, more closely. Sri Madhavan. Um, yeah, we can right now if you like. I talk about this often on previous live streams, you know. Madhavan, do you believe that Sanskrit is the original mother language of all languages on the planet? Yes or no? Akshit Chandal, thanks Akshit for coming back. Very, very nice. Well, Madhavan, you will be surprised. I'm not an expert, but for many years I've been digging quite a lot into the knowledge of the deep linguistic experts. 5 minutes, please sit back, Madhavan. Please put on your seatbelt, tighten it up very strongly, put on your crash helmet for sure, take a deep breath, and I'll tell you what I know in about 5 minutes, okay? Right. Many people want to know the same answer, Madhavan, and they're surprised, very surprised. Yeah, just give me 6 or 8 minutes, please. Horizon Gupta, namaste, go to study, go to study. Do you want Lal Boo to beat you very badly? I won't beat you on the head because you're sitting for exams soon, but I'll hit you on the shoulder and on the feet also, okay? Now, Horizon Gupta, don't, Rising Gupta, no, Horizon Gupta. Please breathe properly like I told you. Breathe deeply, pranayam, while you're studying, okay? Don't forget it. Sri Madhavan. Yes, of course. This is not serious, of course, okay? If any authority is watching this live stream, I can't take money. I can't. Yes, David, send me your bank account number. I'll see and remember one thing. Remember the purpose. What's he saying? Has he been drinking? No, I don't drink. Beautiful, beautiful. Madhavan, I like you very, very much. I do. It's your first time on our live stream, but I like your mind, and I'm sure your heart is equally interesting. Now, Batman Begins. Thanks for coming back, Batman. Robin's master or Robin's father? Robin's love. Array. Now, Batman Begins. Hi, David. After losing both my parents are only at the age of 10. My eldest sister, 11 years older than me, has raised me. We have a great bond. Looking back, I think now US culture doesn't look promising. No. Look, all around the world now, very, very deep questions, deep social issues are causing a lot of turmoil, a lot of problems on the planet, Batman. And yours is a very, very sad story too. It is. Um, you must really, really love and respect your sister. Wow. Give her my namaste also from David Alexander. Maybe one time she'll come on this live stream, you know? Um, Look, the old tensions still remain after thousands of years. What have some of mankind learned, Batman? Here's some of the old tensions still remain around the world. Deep, deep racial divisions. Eh? Uh, how ignorant and retarded is the racist on the basis of skin color? How retarded and ignorant is the racist? Deep religious divisions, of course, they're here. After thousands of years, those deep religious divisions are still here, especially since, let's be honest, especially since 2026 years before, get me? And especially since 1400 years before. They are the ones. But in every religious ideology, there are millions and billions of beautiful, loving, open-hearted, accepting people also, who accept people from all other religious ideologies. But that's small, from certain areas, narrow-minded, retarded, ignorant, sometimes violent people who These days have no place on this planet. They have no place on this planet. And one day they will all be put on into their place. One day those people who divide and hate and sometimes fight, they'll all be put into their place. Believe me, they will. Believe that. Believe that. Law of karma. So, Batman, in recent years, the mission, the target of the lovely American people has not been improved by the introduction of Donald Dump, right? Donald Dump, okay? The best thing about Donald, no, there is a best thing about him. We believe, people believe, there must be strong borders, okay? You must have strong borders in your country. Otherwise, everybody will be coming in without legal documents. That's not right. People must have legal documents to live in the country. With the introduction as the Supreme Leader, Donald Dump, some years ago, first time, and now again, second time, that has, apart from strong border, wow, boom, boom, the rest of him has definitely not helped. Many factors have not been improved in US and around the world. Batman, many things have taken a real nosedive. And Donald Trump also is a great polarizer. He splits people. He's the most cunning politician, but I'll say the most cunning politician, but not the most intelligent human being. Do you know what I mean? The most cunning politician. Oh, but not the most intelligent, accepting, generous human being. Far from it. Any man that after a little time, the authorities, the establishment in the US will remove him. They will remove him for the benefit of the USA, but for the much greater benefit of the world. Oh, yes. And listen, I'm very serious about this, about Donald Dump. Hey, Donald Dump. And I know what dump means in American English too, don't worry. And that's why I use it. Look it up on in your dictionary, an American dictionary, if you don't understand American English, all right? Other people. Please, everybody, and I'm serious about this, I'm very serious, I'm not joking. Everybody in the world needs to pray or meditate. Prayer and meditation's the same thing, right? Pray, meditate on this one fact, that Donald Dump and Netanyahu.com, yeah, that Donald Dump and Netanyahu.com continue every week strictly to visit their psychiatrists, continue to take their psychiatric medication, they continue to take their psychiatric medication, Netanyahu.com and Donald Dump. They must keep taking it. They must. If they stop taking it, I'm serious. Please meditate on that. Yeah, well, look, my darling, some people are so bad. Some people are so bad and cause so many problems in society and the world that we must talk about them, my darling. Some people are so bad, so evil, so corrupt, so damaging to society and the world that we must talk about them. The reasons are obvious, you know. Deo, Sanatan is the truth. You must believe in it, Deo, and thanks for coming back. When you send me a message on YouTube messaging, I'll be able to reply to you, okay? You must message me first. Thank you. Namaste. Thanks for coming back, yeah? Horizon Gupta. Horizon. Not Rising Gupta, but you are also Rising Gupta. Horizon, yeah? You told me that Kshitij means horizon in Sanskrit, that's right, yeah. All right, Madhavan, just a short time and I'll explain to you what I know about the origins of Sanskrit, what was told to me on the internet by the experts, okay? Very soon, 2 minutes, okay? Shout out, what does shout out mean? You don't want to get a chopper shot, I see. Shout out means what, praise, is it, or something? All right, now, please, everybody. Madhavan is not the only person here, not the only Indian person who wants to know the true story about Sanskrit, okay? And it's coming now in about 1 minute, okay? Because there's a lot of misunderstanding, especially these days, amongst some insecure, parochial, 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 people who only want to promote their own culture. They believe their cultures and their languages are the very oldest and we are leaders in the world. This is not about you, Madhavan. This is about a certain group of people, right? They're Chinese also. They're African. They're British sometimes. Yeah. But you have to look at the universal origins of mankind and languages, you know. And parochial means like only interested in your own. Listen to this. Only interested in your own community, your own wider community, right? At the expense of outsiders. Parochial, if parochial sounds like the word parosi, neighbor, well, maybe there's some connection in the meaning of the words, you know. All right, Madhavan, look. Why is it that in most European languages and many, many South Asian languages, Middle Eastern languages, why is it that many words sound the same, have similar or the same meanings? We know what they are. Any amateur linguist knows that in most European languages and Middle East languages, Aryan languages, not Semitic, not Arabic, Hebrew languages, but Indo-Iranian languages, Aryan languages, Hindi, Sanskrit, Pahadi, Nepali, Bengali. Many words sound the same and have similar or the same meaning. Why is it? Was Sanskrit the original, the original language of mankind? So Sanskrit had huge influence all over the world. So all those other languages picked up words from Sanskrit? No, no, no. It didn't work that way. How it worked was this, Madhavan. Yeah, you're interested, aren't you? Oh, I love this subject. What happened was quite the reverse. Don't be surprised at the expression well accepted of Indo-European language thing. Don't be surprised at that, but this is the truth. All right, I'll come to the punchline first. Everybody, if you're interested in this, please text me and I'll tell you more, okay? What I know from the experts online, okay? The very, very old Indo-European language, the very, very old Indo-European language was also called Aryan, Aryan, Aryan language, yeah. Aryan language, also known as Indo-European language and culture. Thousands of years ago, it spread from Central Asia. Still not sure of the exact town, village, and river where it came from. We may never know, but like Central Asia, north of Iran and Iraq, north of Iran, around the Caucasus Mountains, Caspian Sea, Black Sea, Aral Sea, around there, yeah? And they spread out the Aryans, the original Aryans, Indo-Europeans. They spread south and southeast, you know where we are here. They spread, and they spread west into main Europe and northwest into northern Europe, right? This is why many words, not all words, but many words in these Indo-European Aryan language sound similar and have similar or same meanings. We all know any natural linguist knows that words for mother, brother, father, nose, eyes, mouth, foot, feet, hand, and many other words. They didn't come from Sanskrit, and Sanskrit wasn't the original language on the whole planet. No. Believe me. So the real punchline, Madhavan and others, is we're talking about like 5,000 years ago, something like that. The Aryans, the original Indo-Europeans, spread out from Central Asia. They also spread east also. But those old Aryan Indo-European languages now extinct, dead and buried. The original Indo-European Aryan language had about 14 descendants, let's say children, right? 14 descendants of Aryan Indo-European language, which was thousands of years ago, was spoken over most of Europe and much of Eurasia. But apparently the East Asian languages are just distinct sort of group. Older again, okay? Right. In East Asian languages, Japanese, Korean, Chinese, you don't find much Indo-European influence at all, right? So, Indo-European Aryan, the grandfather, in the history of the last thousands of years, the last 8 thousands of years only, it had about 14 descendants. 3 or 4 of those languages died, dead and buried. About 9 or 10 remain. Those languages are of the grandfather being Indo-Aryan, Indo-European Aryan. Those languages which remain very much alive and well today are Germanic language families, Latin, Roman, Slavic, Celtic, Greek, don't forget Greek, Yunnan, and Balto-Lithuanian. You know, the Baltic Sea in Northern Europe, Baltic Sea, Balto-Lithuanian family. Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia. This is all very basic knowledge for the language investigator. Very basic stuff. I'm not an expert at all, okay? And there were 2 or 3 other language families also, okay? Still very much alive and well. And that's why many words originating from Indo-European Aryan through their descendants have very similar, sometimes the same meanings. That's simply why. Okay, Madhavan, this is it. Now, Madhavan, you please look. If you're interested in languages, please look at online. Now, look, the Indo-European Aryan languages never left one trace, one remnant, no remain of even one written character. It seems 99% sure there was no written Indo-European Aryan language at that time. There was no written language, okay? That came later. At that time, not one person was able to develop that. Maybe some intelligent people thought, wow, if we can write our language, wouldn't that be? But how do you do it? Right, okay. So, Madhavan and others, you can look under the experts, and there are dictionaries, reconstructed dictionaries of proto means original, Proto-Indo-European, PIE, / Aryan language. There are dictionaries, and every word is preceded by an asterisk. Asterisk. Asterisk means star, right? Asterisk. And that means reconstructed language. How did the experts reconstruct a language? They reconstructed it from their direct descendants. They reconstructed that into the Aryan Indo-European language from studying all of the sound laws, grammar laws, pronunciation, vocabulary of all of its many, many, many descendant languages. Okay? They work their way up because all languages have sound laws, okay? Sound laws in pronunciation, spelling, and grammar. And lastly, on this, because we're here in South Asia and specifically here in India and Nepal and relate to Pakistan, don't forget, linguistically, we are in the language family called the Indo-Aryan language family, which is a subgroup of the Indo-Iranian language family. Indo-Iranian, in my knowledge, was a direct descendant of the Indo-European Aryan grandfather language, okay? Indo-Iranian, Iran, land of Aryans. Now, I'm not pushing anything here about Aryan superiority. No, 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 no. Ooh, look at Adolf Hitler. Ooh. I'm only talking about the Aryan influence, huge influence in Europe and South Asia, south of the Himalayas, of the Indo-European Aryan linguistic history, right? So Indo-Iranian was a direct descendant, equal to Greek, German, Roman, Latin, Celt, Slavic, equal in status, okay? And in the Indo-Iranian language family came the Indo-Aryan language family. Sanskrit, obviously, number one, Sanskrit. Hindi, Himalayan, Pahari, Nepali, Bengali, Marathi, Gujarati, etc., etc. Okay, is it interesting? Sometimes I can't go to sleep sometimes at night because of it. Sometimes, so I do my language study in the afternoon, not at night time. So that's it in a very, very short recap. Okay. Oh, Madhavan and others, if you want to look at a reconstructed Indo-European Aryan dictionary, look at it because you speak Hindi, maybe you understand Sanskrit, Gujarati, Marathi, you'll see many words in there which look similar to your mother language. You'll see quite a number of languages. They are old, thousands of years old root languages, root words, which spread all over Europe, over much of Eurasia, but not East Asia. Okay? African languages, Native American languages, Australian, it's a different story, different, very, very, very early migrations, lived isolated from this European and Asian linguistic story, very different, yeah. Um, that's it in a nutshell. You know, a nutshell? A nut is the small item, but I told you what I know just in a nutshell, in a small area, in a small time, in a small area. Well, 8 o'clock time has gone very quickly tonight, very quickly. Now I'm interested to see some feedback from some of you people. Oh, well, Vivek. Ah, good night, Pat. Thanks for coming in the land of Queens in Australia. Queensland. No, actually, Queensland means land of the Queen. Yeah, this is going back a long time. A long time when the cunning British, they settled in Australia and did a lot of damage to the lovely old organic scientific Australian Aboriginal brown black culture. Ooh. Hi Harish, how are you? IIT boy. Good. Listen, Vivek, well, you've got the answer about Mandarin. You got the answer about Mandarin. Very much older, distinct, different linguistic origin and development, as I understand it. Oh, yeah. If there are a few words in Mandarin which sound like European languages, they're definitely loan words. Loan words, right? Yeah, they have been borrowed. Vivek, well. Vivek is a deep investigator of life, so I love that. Tusher, please don't go anywhere. Please don't go anywhere. Vivek, don't go anywhere, please. Obviously, Madhavan, because I will, I shall. In American English, I shall and we shall means definitely. It's a legal point also in American English, as I understand it. I shall or we shall is only meaning definitely I will. I definitely will. Yeah. Meaning that there's no doubt. As far as any doubt can be removed, like inshallah, depending on the great power, right? Vivek, Tushar, Madhavan, please don't go anywhere. And in 2 minutes, 5 minutes, I'll answer your questions all together, okay? GEO. Why are many other people messaging me freely? This is on YouTube, my channel, under Pahadi David, Pahadi David. Why can't you? Anyhow, it's not the end of the world. We meet 6 or sometimes 7 nights a week here, dear. That's all right. That's okay. I don't understand. I don't understand. You told me you use the same ID, DEO177. I'll be looking at my messages on YouTube after this tonight when we finish this live stream. And I don't know what time we'll finish it tonight. Because very interesting topics are coming back. Some of you are very interested, and I'm interested in what you tell me also. Yeah, that's interesting, but I'll answer you in a little while. I must, while my mind's focused on it, talk about old languages and that, okay? Especially to you, Madhavan. And Ban maybe is interested, you see, because I mentioned Baltic Lithuanian languages, right? Which includes Estonian, obviously, Latvian, in the very earliest development of language. Well, not dozens of thousands of years ago when mankind spoke extremely primitive languages, but still very organic, yeah. So just give me 6 or 7 minutes and I'll get back onto the linguistic thing, okay? Yeah, Estonian ethnicity, one of the oldest cultures on the planet. Batman, if you're still here, you can believe me, can't you now, about the old roots of languages. Understand this, but only on the subject of old languages, only in the last 12,000 years, right? Since the very last ice age. There were many long ice ages. The last one finished about 12,000 years ago. Think about um, very ancient humans, primitive on a lot of levels, but I always say they live very organic lives, didn't they? Didn't they live organic lives? Right in the middle of nature, eh? Survival, wild animals, before mankind learnt to grow crops. So, very primitive on a number of levels, but organically close to Mother Nature, our original mother, Mother Earth, our most original mother, eh? When it was truly pristine, 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 in its most original, pure, virgin form, virgin condition. Yeah, Batman, fire. Well, you come from one of the very, very oldest cultures on the planet, Batman. Uh, which saved you from getting into yeah. I'm going off linguistics now for 10 minutes. I must, with respect to other people who are asking me other subjects. I will be back on it. Don't worry, I won't forget about that. Yeah, Vivek, it looks like I'm an expert, but I did say 2 times the amateur linguist investigator into old languages, especially old languages, yeah. Might sound like an expert, but I'm still very much a beginner, very much. I wish I had more time. I wish I had more time, really. Oh, look, Tusha, about in Pakistan, which state has chosen the right path? There, was there a right path at that time? Was there a right path? Oof, was there or wasn't there? I don't know. See, a lot of that was formed by, at that time, partition, huge emotions, fear, survival, religious divisions, hate, love. I don't know. I can't begin to answer that. I don't know. Um, some people say, and I'll talk very quickly here, I don't want to upset anybody. Some people say the answer was there at that time. That answer was we go and that one side and the other side, and they all separately, right? Religiously based. I can't say any more about that, but that was impossible, right? I don't know. Very, very tragic. This is when I say that thousands of years old divisions of hate, mistrust, the adistic. Give me a little changing advice from your experience. Look, the adistic, I have spoken many times at length about advice at a young 76 to give to young people. Please look back at some of my previous live streams. I've spoken extensively about that. Don't mind, huh? That's right, Tusher. We won't get into the main subject again, but Tusher knows what's happening. According to Tusher and other people also, Sanskrit and Indian civilizations are not the oldest, but the oldest surviving tributary of one of the oldest civilizations. Absolutely, absolutely, which remained influential until later, definitely. I mean, there was much trade between Sumeria, wasn't there, eh? We called in Europe Mesopotamia, aka also known as Sumeria, right? Meso, in the middle of Potamia, Pot, rivers in between the two big rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates. But they're only European given names, okay? You look on the net, you can see the original names of those two great waterways in Iran, Iraq, right? Tigris, Euphrates, they're Greek names, right? Tigris sounds like tiger, doesn't it? But I don't know. Maybe there were many tigers. It sounds a lot like tiger. Anyhow, yeah, Sumerian had a big influence on the very old um, Sanatan culture and language, Sanskrit, very old. Thanks, Rakshit, for that. Thank you for that. Thanks for coming, Rakshit. And tonight I'm having a night on. I'm full of energy tonight and I want to get up more. Hello, can you see my face? I want to get up more. 4,000 magic mark of live streaming watch hours. How many hours in total you lovely viewers watch me? Right, let's pin this. Okay, good. There it is. Anybody thinking, who is this Pahadi David? Pahadi David. Pahadi David? Yeah, Pahadi David. Hey? Have a look on the pin message on the bottom, okay? Yes, Tushar. You look. You look, please look. On from the experts, the not the older experts with respect to them, but the younger present day experts of PIE, Proto-Indo-European Aryan language dictionaries, and you will see about Dios Pitra, Sky Father, Nordic, and you'll see more also. It all came from the original root words in Indo-European Aryan language. Yeah. Pan Dilapananjana. Dilipanjana. Namaste, Dilip. Isi samay mein kafi log ek specific subject ki bari mein English mein bol rahe hain. Ek specific subject hai. फिर बाद में थोड़ी देर बाद मुझको फिर संदेश दे दो दिलीप और आपके साथ हिंदी में बोलूंगा ठीक है Harish, grandfather, thank you, Lal Boo Boo. Hey, Bob Bob. Tum Pahari cho Pahari. Acha, Mundua Rod Kahalo. Dubuk Bad Kahalo, Dubuk. Oh, Harish. Are you mountained? Are you from the mountains? Hey? Majak Jankariya Yard, hey? I'm just charging my phone now, okay? Yeah, I know it's a little bit dangerous, but I just have no choice at the moment, okay? Oh, Harish. Tumar atta patta ka naam ke chu, bata pe jawab diyo pe yaar. My voice is starting to sound like an old dog, isn't it? Ek purana kukur Josh. Now, I'm just charging, just wait, yeah? Look. That's it, beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. Now, on the subject of languages, in a couple of minutes, I'll tell you what I know from the experts about the other major influence, of into Sanskrit, okay? But I think about this and look on this. So far, the oldest in your hand hard copy evidence proof of Sanskrit has been found in Syria some years before. The oldest hard copy evidence proof of Sanskrit language so far was found in Syria. Yeah. But Syria is not far from, it's a couple of thousand kilometers maybe, but in the general area of the original homeland of the Aryans, Central Asia, north of Iran. And Syria is very much in the area of the old Sumerian culture and language, isn't it, Sumeria? And that So far, oldest evidence of Sanskrit language was not in Devanagari. No, it was pre-Devanagari, some sort of Brahmic script, I think. I don't know, Prakrit or Pali or something. I don't know, but pre-Devanagari, Yeah. Vivek. So Mandarin obviously came from pre there or separate from Indo-Aryan European language. Okay, before that, right? And the experts seem to say that the origins of those East Asian languages all came from China, Mongolia. The Koreans, Japanese don't like to hear that, obviously, especially after the Second World War also. But, they say that East Asian branch originated from a very, very ancient culture, Yellow River culture, maybe, Yellow River culture in central China, right? Chandramohan, namaste Chandramohan, thanks for coming. Vivek is saying, David, organic and pure humans became extinct the day that humans um, um, there was probably no clear line on that, but no, I mean farmers. I don't quite understand. See, farmers be, continued that lifestyle, didn't they? Farmers continued that lifestyle, didn't they, Vivek, of being organic, great public servants growing food. Uh, Pawan Dagar, Pawan Deswal, excuse me, Pawan Dagar. Thanks for coming back, Pawan. Um, Thanks for coming back, Pawan, and please remember everybody especially like and subscribe, and please everybody, please pass on the location of Pahadi David's live stream. Tell your friends, relatives, neighbours about it. Vivek, farming's not even natural, it's unnatural. Well, these days, quite a number of farmers do use fertilizer, of course, but still up in the Himalayas, in the small villages, many farmers don't touch fertilizers or just a small amount of fertilizers because they can be very effective and some of them are not all harmful. Um, I understand what you're saying, Vivek. Yeah. Yes, Tusha, that's right. We all have the same origins, definitely. Definitely. Yes, yes. Ah, insecurity, human insecurity, Tushar. Tune up, Tushar. Tushar or Tushar. Oh, human insecurity. A very, very hard thing to break, a very hard thing. Naitik Srivastava. Namaste, Naitik. Thanks for coming back again. Thanks for coming back again. And please enjoy, yes? I think we'll go to 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Let's have a and come back. Now, maybe we're getting to some comments of my speaking about old languages, yes? Abhyas. Thanks, Abhyas. Kieran, yes, Kieran. Is it your first time on our live stream, Kieran? Please let me know, yes? Good. Don't worry, I can manage the spamming. I can manage. Natix, Natix probably in a little bit of a hurry. He spends a few minutes on this live stream, then he goes to another live stream. He wants instant satisfaction. So don't worry, I'll manage that, Saga, okay? Vivek, Tushar, and others, there was another huge influence into the lovely old Sanskrit language. What was that? Eh? Did I say the name Sumerian several times? No doubt about it. I personally knew a very great Kumani Pahari linguistic expert. He knew 12 languages very well, but he used to say his name was, he died a few years ago, originally from Korsani. I never spent enough time with him. Lovely old man. Oh, he slept about 3 hours a night. Full of energy. His name was Yamuna Dutt Vaishnav. Yamuna Dutt Vaishnav. He lived most of his life in Nainital, some sort of high government official, I believe, on the right path. On the right path, yeah, in this case. And people spoke very highly of his service in the government, you know? One of the good ones, yeah? Yeah, Yamuna Dutt Vaishnav. And he used to say, David, I know very well 12 languages, but don't you be impressed by that. 12 languages? People say, I must be a genius, Yamuna Dutt. Must be a genius. How did he learn 12 languages perfectly? David, this is Yamuna Dutt speaking. I learned 12 languages very well because I needed to learn them in my linguistic research. I dig very deeply, especially into the origins of my lovely old perfectly constructed Sanskrit language. And I tell you, David, this is Yamuna Dutt, right? Kumani Pahari, language expert, polyglot, right? Polyglot, polyglot. Poly means many, Poly. Poly means many. Glot means tongue. He understood many tongues, multilingual. He used to say, David, the lovely old Sanskrit language had two parents. One parent was the Indo-European Aryan language, and the other parent was Sumerian. And Sumeria and old India, old Bharat, Aryavarta, had a lot of trade, commerce together. They exchanged many language words, and even the Sumerian religious system, ideology, had a big influence on the very early Hindu Sanatan culture and ideology also, you know. So Sumerian had a huge influence also on the old Sanskrit language. And so that's it. That's what I know about this old story, you know. CJ, there's one lovely old tune, Pahari tune. It goes like this, a very old one. No, not so old, 10 years maybe. Do 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 do. What's the name of that old song? This one, Hit Dagari Kamala Almore Me Mero Bangala. I don't know. Is that an old song? Now, Natik, are you still here? Or have you gone on to another live stream and another live? I'm 76 years young, Natik, 76 years young. No drinking, no smoking. And Natik, look at the pin message on the bottom of the screen, okay? Yes, Sagar, of course, you have borrowed this very high philosophy. You have borrowed this very high philosophy from Vedanta and old Vedika. Very true. Sagar, you have a right to perform your prescribed duties, but you are not entitled to the fruits of your actions. You are not entitled to the fruit of your actions. But most of us are just ordinary, normal, common human beings, and we can't live like that, Sagar. But the ideal is very, very high. But only a small number of people don't use the fruits of their own. Small number, because we're only human. Never consider yourself to be the cause of the results. That's right. No, no, no. There's a great, great supreme power behind all these things. No. Kiran, what are you doing? Where are you, Kiran? Thanks for coming back, Sagar Rajput. Sagar Rajput. Now, new messages. CJ Singer, have you ever watched any Kumani movies? No, no. I know there are some very nice ones, like about Rajula Malushahi. But no, I don't watch movies. No, I don't watch movies. When I was younger, I used to enjoy, you know. By the way, CJ Singh, one of the greatest, most original, spiritual movie video song, Rajula Malushahi, Priyanka Meher, Bhageshwar Ki Kamala Devi Gayakari. Oh, wow. That's on another dimension. Aki Bandariu, 7. Aki, thanks. I recognize your ID. Thanks for coming back. And please stay with us sometime. We will have a break at 9 o'clock, supper break, then come back after, okay? Yeah, let's have a break in 9 o'clock, 25 minutes. Let's have a break for a supper break, yeah? CJ Singer, this time it's David Talji's government. Oh, who wants to be the head of a government? Are CJ Singer, Majak mat karo yaar. Hey, Majak jan karo yaar. Hey, who, especially these days, wants to be the head of a country? Hey, CJ, do you want to be the president of the USA? Do you want to be like Donald Trump? I mean, do you want to have the responsibility of Donald Trump? Do you want to have the responsibility of your great, great leader in this country? Hey? Sleeping 4 hours a night, yard. Hey? Oof. That's right, Tushar. It seems to me obvious that in your old Sanatan, Hindu, Buddhist, I don't know, that they to give great memory and great respect to Sumeria, to keep that story alive, to keep that strong connection alive, that they still keep this Sumerian reality alive. In fact, in Nepal, as I understand, in Nepal, you can look on the net on this one. In Nepal, the famous major peak Mount Dholagiri, they also call in Nepal Sumeru Parbat. Mount Dholagiri in western Nepal, one of the major peaks, is also known as Sumeru Parbat, to remember, to remember, and feel that you have some of your very ancient cultural connections in front of you there in Nepal. Yeah. Anupama, thanks for coming back, Anupama. Were you busy? Were you doing something else? Anupama, I'm not trying to beat my own drum here, but I just spoke extensively. Maybe you left. You can look at this, Anupama, if you want to. I know you're a thinking person. Anupama, you can look back at this same live stream from about 8 o'clock until 8:30, and you'll hear me talking what I know from the experts about the origins of Sanskrit, old Indo-European, Aryan languages, and everything like that. If you're interested, from about 8 to 8:30, okay? Vivek G's interested, Toshura G's interested. Um, Other people are interested also in this. Abhishek, supper time, I see. Sagar, our knowledge of their arguments comes almost exclusively from the text of their opponents who quoted them to refute them. I see. Any more examples? Only one concrete example, huh? That's interesting, Sagar. More concrete, realistic example, please. One example, yeah? Yes, Tushar. If those retarded, ignorant, divide, if, as I said before, if those retarded, ignorant, narrow-minded people who can only see that far on those big R ideologies, if they could study in their own language the major religions of the world, Tushar, they would see many, many similarities in all the religious books that the origins of mankind are the same. Of course, they're the same. And in those days, thousands of years ago, they didn't have religious ideologies. Their thinking was not sophisticated and cunning. I should use the word, their thinking was not cunning enough to become religiously and ideologically divided. They were not. They were much more accepting people, and partly because they had not developed sophisticated, very intelligent ideologies, you see, which was beneficial. But the old Indian cultures, the old Egyptian cultures, Chinese, Native Americans, and some European very old were sophisticated on their own level because they lived very, very closely with nature, you know. They had no choice. I'm talking about before humans learnt how to grow crops. Then the more you know, Tusha, you know this, the more you know about common origins of languages, then in your own mind and soul, you become less divisive about the subject of God. It's interesting too, folks, that the experts have told me through online that um, partly because of the Sanskrit influence and Indo-European Aryan language influence that, because we're talking in English, and your Hindi Sanskrit, that the word mankind, probably came originally from the word man, meaning mind, because mankind is the highest thinker on the planet. Of all the other animals, uh, uh, compared with all the other creatures on the planet, man is the highest thinker. That's what they say, right? And there is some proof for that. There is some proof for that, but not all humans, right? And so mind and mankind, manushya, come from the same root originally. One went into the mind, mental, right? Moon, yeah. Month. And the other developed into the word for mankind, mankind, manushya, yeah. These are very, very old Indo-European Aryan language words, very old. Saga, now this is interesting. Yes, Saga Rajput. Before a philosopher could argue their own point, they were required to state their opponent's argument fairly and accurately to show that they actually understood it. Beautiful, beautiful. Mm. Now, Tusha, thank you. I love you. I love you. I love your mind. I learned many things from our lovely fellow viewers who are investigators into life and all aspects of life and languages, especially languages, yeah. Etymology. Tusha, by the way, don't mind, are you, because English, right? In my language, are you familiar with the best, in my knowledge, Tushar, the best English etymological site on the planet? Etym Online, ETYM, Are you familiar with that? If I use the word Bible, then you know I'm using the word Bible loosely, okay? Yeah. For me, the Etym Online app is the Bible for English language students, English speakers. Etym Online. Wah, wah. Maybe you don't know about it. You should know about it, please. Yeah, now, I do know, Tushar, that you can see my passion here, that Tokarian, as I said before, between 8 and 8:30, Tushar, Tokarian was one of those 13 or 14 Indo-European Aryan languages, that's right, on the eastern side of Eurasia, which became extinct later, probably because the race, the number of people, the race became extinct, yeah? That was one of them, yeah. Yeah, I'm familiar with Tokar, and that is very, very interesting. My name, Tushar, has a very unique origin. It is unique. It is derived from Tusharas. We'll have a break soon. Mentioned in the Mahabharata. Well, people from the cold region. That's interesting. Tushar. Which are also called Tokharians. They were in Indo. Yeah, they certainly were. Trying to think, there's some old Hindi or Sanskrit word related to your name, related to Tushar. or a similar sounding word, which means cold. What is it? What's that word? Very easy to prepare coffee. Put the sugar in. I love sugar. But I never eat sweets, only sugar, 2 or 3 times a day. Sugar, currently ginger powder, and brew coffee. Real coffee's right out of my budget. I'm not saying I'm poor, no, but brew coffee, I love the taste of brew coffee. And just put the hot water directly on top of it from about 12 inches, right? In the very cold season, I add black pepper powder into it. Ah, yeah. And coffee helps me sleep, as I always say. Myself, it helps me sleep, yeah. Yes, Horizon Gupta, Sheetij. Horizon Gupta, I may go from 9 to 11. Let's see. The night's still young, and I haven't had my coffee injection yet. I have not had my coffee injection with the millet biscuits. It will come soon. It's so easy to prepare. Yes, Tusharam, you've got an interesting investigative mind. Um, hmm, hmm. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Sagar. In my limited knowledge of Hindi and Sanskrit, I'm not surprised. Yes, yes. Sagar means ocean. That's right. Um, that would be interesting to look at Sagar. Look at your name, Sagar. Sea. Um, what's that word? I'm only offering this up as a possible etymological connection, old word origin connection, right? What's the name of? I lived in Pittsburgh town for 4 years. Lovely place. So. That old story of Pittsburgh Valley originally was a sea, right? A big, big lake. Yeah, we know about that. So, what's that name that the Pittsburgh people use for their local area to remember the old sea, the big lake there? It begins with S. What's the name of that? You know, somebody knows that. Oh, that's interesting, Tusha. Wow, wow, wow. How have you so specifically learnt this knowledge? Through a career career study or what? Please tell me, Tushar. Yes, Sagar, Tushar is smart. Tushar is smart. Oh, now listen. Oh, Babri Bab, I must have some supper soon. Listen to this. I'm no language expert, but the great language expert, polyglot, Yamuna Dutt Vaishnav from Korsani and Nainital, 12 languages, blah, blah, yeah? He said to me one day, there are many, many words connected. He said, you look at the English word smart, okay? Smart has three meanings in English. First, the other men, right? Smart means I hit you hard and you react and you go, ooh, ooh, that hurts, that hurts. I am smarting from you hitting me, smart, from the pain, right? Secondly, smart means you're dressed very smartly tonight. You're looking just like an original Pahari grandfather. You're looking very smart. And thirdly, smart means, this is the punchline, smart means clever. Is there some old Hindi or Sanskrit word, smarti? Smarti, excuse my pronunciation. I wear a denture, you know. Smarti means Hindi or Sanskrit memory. Have a look at it. Now, Rakshit, you're talking about moderating, and I'm very interested in what you say from before also. You could help me remove any retarded, ignorant barbarians from seriously abusing me. Wow, I like that. But I like to deal with them directly, you know. I like to have a little bit of fun. Uh, there are different ways to react to serious abuse, of course. I enjoy that. And of course, you could do this, you could do that. But at the moment, maybe I'm being a bit narrow minded, Rakshi, and I'm thinking that I still enjoy very much live streaming, and I feel I can do this all myself, you know. I do very long live streams, 6 nights a week, yeah, a total of 4.5 hours in a relaxed way. But I'm open to suggestions, Raksheet. I'm open to suggestions. What do moderators do actually, as well as deleting unnecessary messages, hiding people from the channel? What else do you do? Would it be good for my time aspect? Let me know. Well, Rakshit, nothing else. You see, this is what I was thinking. Nothing else. I can do all that. I'm happy to do that. Like I said 2 minutes ago, you know, I love to deal with these retarded, barbaric, sometimes aggressive and retarded, serious abusers. I love to deal with them myself. I love to give them a little piece of my mind. Sometimes I don't react. It just depends how I'm feeling at the time, you know. I tell you what, maybe I'm doing the right thing with those narrow-minded, retarded, barbaric, serious abusers, but most of them have left. Most of them have left. What's this about blue color? We feel welcome, VIP on the chat. What do you mean by that? Okay, Saga, enjoy the IPL match. And uh, listen, let's go now in 5 minutes and we'll all have some supper, yeah? Tusha, that's interesting. I see the Druhiu are far Central Asia and Europe. Oh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. Anu, situated in Iran and Afghanistan. That's interesting. Kuru, situated on the Saraswati River and Ganga. Very interesting. Just excuse me, yeah? I must write that down. I must write that down. I want to remember that. Kuru. I'm just writing that down, okay? It's mentioned in the Rig Veda. Whoa. Kuru, situated on the Saraswati River and Ganga. Secondly, Anu, Iran, Afghanistan. I learned many, many things from you lovely people, many things. Wow. Trujillo, Trujillo. Trujillo. Far Central Asia and Europe. Wow. I wonder, maybe you could tell me later or next time we talk to each other, Tushar, any simple, basic, simple characteristics between those three categories. Are there any, you know, some were more developed on this way, some were more developed on that subject, or whatever, whatever. Anything like that? Sharma, look, we must finish this first installment of the live stream now. Come back at about 9:45, okay? Come back at 9:45, Nishant, and I'll answer your question. David, why are you not married yet? The answer will surprise you very much. All right, I'll just finish the last. Well, that's interesting, Rakshita. Sagar only uses the basic features. There is a whole world yet to be discovered. Let's see on some more answers from Tusha, okay? No, listen, everybody, Sagar and Tusha are providing some very, very interesting food for thought, food for thought, old history, old cultures, old language. Very, 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 very interesting. Very interesting. Yes, Rakshi, that's right. That's right. I'm still learning about YouTube. All right. Now I have answered all the messages. I I hope. All right. Okay. And talking about oceans and sea and saga, please tell me when we come back. I forget the name. What is that name? 5 or 6 letter name, which the people in Pittorogar they call their old valley, the old name when it previously was a sea. It was a big lake. What's the name of that place? Somebody knows that. I know that. I know that. I can't remember yet. All right. Thank you, lovely. I love you all. I love you all. Please, let's come back second installment. If you're not watching the IPL, if you're not interested in cricket, but you're interested in deeper subjects, please come back, okay? And we'll continue. All right. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. One last answer. Pahari Bulog. Pahari Bulog. Yeah, my name is Pahadi David. Uh, Look at the pin message on the bottom of your screen, Pahari Bulog, okay? That's why I'm called Pahadi David, Mountain David. I have lived coming and going, half of my lifetime in the Himalayas. All right, Pahadi Bulak, thank you. I'm having some supper right now. Thank you. And namaste. Thank you.